So today we are going to see the nakshatra Shravana. So before that, let's do something that is important to Shravana, okay? So here, Shravana symbol is the bow and the arrow. So thanks. And today we have seen, actually we saw nakshatra Uttarashada, and now we are going to see the nakshatra Shravana. Shravana is very hearing sensitive and very beautiful nakshatra. This is a nakshatra of learning. It's a star of learning. And these people want to learn. They're so knowledgeable like anything. They know so much in this world that they can't stop learning at all. So let's see this particular star, the 22nd star, Shravana. So the 22nd number signifies number 4. So 4 is nothing but Uranus. Uranus is important in hearing. So the animal symbol of Shravana is the female monkey, and the male counterpart to this is Purvashada nakshatra. That's the male monkey. So the female monkey Shravana gives lots of influence of hearing, learning, beauty, and female monkey is such the yoni, but not exactly. It would not give that much effect of that. So the planet who owns this is Saturn or Shani. So the female monkey, we can see monkey Hanuman is the devata of Saturn. So we can easily find that out. So 10 degrees in Makara to 23 degrees 20 minutes in Makara is owned by Shravana, which is owned by the moon. And this particular nakshatra is where the powerful, strong being of Saturn comes out in this. So Saturn and moon, influence of Saturn on the mind is most in Shravana nakshatra. So let's see a few things about people who are born in Shravana nakshatra. And today we are also going to see the opinion of Brihad Jataka on Shravana nakshatra. So Shravana Adhidevata is goddess Saraswati. Since the Shravana nakshatra Adhidevata is goddess Saraswati, she bestows learning and all of these good qualities in the person. Vishnu is an important Adhidevata in this. He's the Supreme Lord. There is nobody above Vishnu. Vishnu only became the Dashavataras. He is the one who preserved this entire universe. In fact, there is nothing above him. Everything is below him. All the things, Hari, Vishnu, is the beginning of everything. It starts with Hari, it ends with Hari. Hari is only the Hara, he is also Brahma, he is only Vishnu. He is the Lord, he is Brahman. He is the person who owns this entire universe. He is Sarvesha, he is Digesha, he owns the entire area, he owns everything in this entire world. So we cannot say anything that is describable to the Lord. So how are you going to describe Vishnu? Vishnu Devata. Might be we can chant a shloka like Shirodanvat Pradeshe Shuchimani Vilasat Saikate. That shloka is then Dhyan. Might be Shirodanvat or Bhuvpadu or Shuklam Maradharam Vishnu. These shlokas can be chanted for the Lord, of course. And now, when we are chanting these shlokas for the Lord, we can somehow find a small picture of the Lord some or the other way. But from where are we going to get the entire picture of the Lord? It's impossible. So, these people, Shravana, are very good hearing people. And Saraswati also gives that influence of hearing, beauty, life, thought, energy, all these things. Saraswati gives that knowledge. It's called Brahman. Saraswati Devi holds the special things in her hand which bestow knowledge on one. So, we know that Shravana nakshatra is the nakshatra of practicality and learning, and they keep learning. They're so knowledgeable in their lives. So, Shravana shows learning, knowledge. Dhanishta shows putting knowledge into practicality. So, Shravana and Dhanishta are actually, if you see, form a pair. Shravana creates the knowledge to use, and Dhanishta creates the practicality of the knowledge that Shravana keeps. So, Shravana influence is they want to learn from birth till death. And this arrow is the speed of learning. They learn so fast. So the symbol of this is itself an ear. Ear itself shows hearing. Shravana comes, we say Shravanam Kirtanam, how to praise the Lord. So Shravana comes from the word Shru, Dhatu in Sanskrit. Shru means to hear. To hear means that you are attending to somebody's words, you are attending to what they say. That's called Shru. So, Shravana is about hearing, it's about learning. Because of all the different methods that modern people have ever found to teach a child something, still saying and hearing and reciprocation is the best method, is what all sages used to say in the past, and that's how it used to go, from mouth to mouth to mouth to mouth. That is from mouth to ear, from ear to brain, from brain to mouth, like that. That is the technique. And again next, and again next. That's how all the knowledge that we have in different kinds of subjects, astrology, Veda, Shastras, Puranas, Natya Shastra, Mridangam, this, that, and all metallurgy, everything in this world was preserved by our ancient rishis through this Guru Parampara, which was based on Shravana. There's not that much writing in the previous past. Nowadays, people have an exam, they keep writing so much that they fall down. They are so mad towards the writing. More than writing, one should read, reciprocate, and then write. And writing, though it's effective to memorize, the most important thing more than memorizing something and remembering something is to understand it. And understanding happens through the ear. And therefore, ear is the most important thing of learning, is what Shravana says. Shravana is this star of learning. It's the star of. One more thing in Shravana symbol is 3 footprints. 3 footprints symbolize going forward, forward and forward. Forward, forward and forward. That is progress in learning. Progress in whatever it shows. In fact, we see that Dhanishta has a particular influence towards money and riches. Shravana has a thing of Deva and Artha. Therefore, Shravana and Dhanishta form actually a small pair, a kind of a pair. They work together. These two nakshatras have the somewhat an easy way. We actually can imagine this nakshatra as a little easier to understand. So, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and that's why these people are totally Saturnine and Moon. So, Moon and Saturn gives us influence of melancholy at times, or rigid and obstinate nature. So, they say that when Moon and Saturn combine in anybody's chart, they become rigid and obstinate and like downhearted to do something crazy, and they don't listen to others. Whether it might be good or bad, they don't listen to anybody. They do what they want, etc. They don't listen to elders. This thing happens with people when Moon and Saturn combination comes in the chart. So this rigid and obstinate nature is present in Shravana. That's the shadowy side. But again, Sun and Saturn, Moon and Saturn, if they are again placed in the chart together, when the combination is also of the same quality, then of course we are supposed to say that's what's going to happen. The person is going to be totally rigid and obstinate. That means in learning, in the field of education, they not listen to the normal way, rather they go to their own way. This sometimes can be positive, because what we are doing now, I would like to just say that because the normal way of studying is go with the crowd. But people must understand, there are many kids and parents have already understood this. They're going like off-grid, learning in a new way. It can be positive also sometimes to differ from the group, but sometimes it's negative too. Because sometimes when your inner group is itself, you're different from them itself, then individuality is a very difficult thing. So, these people are very, very hardworking, devoted to seeking truth in all the endeavors. So, like now if they go to this particular thing, they want to seek truth. What is the inner part of this? What is this? What is this? Even if they somehow come across something, they pick it up and use it. Pick it up and study. Pick it up, study. Anything they come across is the same thing. They get into it. Out of any other reason. They might be negative towards it, but they get into it. They just get into every single thing that they watch, they see, everything. So, they are very, very keen people on hearing, understanding, learning, etc. And that's why this nakshatra is very important for learning. So, Shravana in Muhurta is good for starting a study, any study. It gives very good hearing power, because even we have seen, when I started my music learning in Shravana nakshatra, the influence of that music ability came inside. Like, I could hear well. That doesn't mean I am some prodigy or something. It's not at all like that. Every child has it. The influence can be opened out by muhurta, by jataka, by parihara and everything. So it'll just be blooming out. Even if your jataka is conked, your Mercury might be totally debilitated and having no effect, no nicha bhanga, nothing. Still, the muhurta aspect will brighten you more. So they say that seclusion is the price of greatness. They want to be they want to just be alone. When they're alone, they can hear some cosmic sounds of Krishna's flute, a cosmic bell, and Shiva's Tandava thing, or they can also hear calming sounds from the far past that they might not even know. So they are in the far past, they cannot imagine, they love to be in solitude. They love to read books, book after book, book after book. They get books after books. They don't stop in the bookaholic manner. They just keep reading. And this reading proves them to put their very nice, happy time and very beautiful days. So their precious time is passed by books. So they love books. From birth to death, they keep studying. The problems with Shravana is going to be said. So this is because a rigid and obstinate nature, I said moon and Saturn. And Shravana people might have enemies due to issues with jealousy. Shravana people have a tendency towards gossip and listening to others' gossip as well. That is because they gossip a lot and they listen to others' gossip. So gossip is a thing that sometimes normal people don't get inside. But Shravana people have a keen interest in studying everything, including gossips. So they want to even get inside every gossip. They want to gossip, and for them gossip is also study. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's just a waste of time. They indulge in that waste of time and find pleasure in it. Well, that's a problem. But that's one of the things that they do. They're sensitive and easily hurt by others' opinions. Like they're, how dare he opines that about me? Like that kind of a quality. That's because of Moon and Saturn combination. Saturn is a bar like this. Like Moon's trying to go, but Saturn is a bar. No, you cannot go. So this is humility and this is a bar here. That is arrogant kind of mind, but you cannot even express your own arrogance too. So these people, you can't even say they're too humble. You can't even say they're too arrogant. You can't place them in an exact category. So their primary motivation is artha. They want material prosperity. So they are very keen on earning. They are very keen on earning in the right manner more than that. Because it's deva artha. If it's rakshasa artha, they will earn in any manner. Oh, I will sell leather. I will sit in a Mercedes Benz. I will walk. I have seen a few politicians. I have seen a few saints also who go in Mercedes Benz laden with leather of cows killed. 7 cows killed in a Mercedes Benz as they travel in it. That is Rakshasa Artha. They've gone mad. Many priests, many big social class people, some religious people, the Swamiji that we have, some gurus, they go in the leather seat, Mercedes Benz, GML class. What do they think about themselves as? So that's a problem with Rakshasa Artha. Deva Artha is different. They earn the right manner. They will use their prosperity in the right manner, but the main thing that depends to them is I need prosperity. The main thing that is important to them is I need my prosperity. That's the main thing. I want my own life. I want to behave my way, etc. So that's how these people behave. Most of the time, they are very rigid in their opinions. They are rigid in the way they want to behave. So that's a little problem with Shravana people, but the rest of it is really great in Shravana nakshatra. So, the one who is lame and the one who limps is one meaning to Shravana. That means these people have a medium length, like that. A few problems are there with these people of length. So a male born in this has a medium length. A woman born in this has a somewhat kind of a rigid opinion about their husbands. So Vishnu Devata, we know the Supreme Lord Vishnu, was known as Urukrama, crossing the limit. The limit of a person's leg is only might be you can cross a few meters if you're the tallest man in this world, or if you have a wide span leg. But what if it was the opposite when you had actually a very small leg but you could cross the entire 3 worlds? That is crossing the limit. So Urukrama, they crosses the heights. They cross the heights of every single thing. Sometimes this can be negative to modern human beings, but the Lord is never negative in any aspect. He's always positive. So, reading too much, sleeping too much, walking too much, anything they are addicted to from birth, they continue that addiction till they die. It can be books, but mostly it's of knowledge. They want knowledge after knowledge, so that's why. So, these people can destroy their enemies and easily. They have many sons and friends. They like to read the sacred texts. They like to study about their own past, etc. So we have seen lots about Shravana nakshatra. So let's see Brihad Jataka's opinion and some more things about Shravana. So in the Rikshashila Adhyaya, so I would refer you to Brihad Jataka, Varahamihira's Brihad Jataka. So this is a book. I shall also make a video on this book, Brihad Jataka, written by Varahamihira. So we shall see in this, the 396 page had the Rashi Shila Adhyaya. This is a good book to buy. There are a few opinions of this Brihad Jataka which are a little contrary, but the supplementary information provided by B. Suryanarayan Rao will be helpful. So, Rikshashila Adhyaya says that Shravana says Shrimad Shravane Shrutavanudaradaro Dhanadvitakhyatah. Rich surroundings, learned, good and liberal, or liberal to wife, wealthy and renowned. So that's about Shravana according to the opinion of Varahamihira. And the same things come in Dhanishta also. You can see Dhanishta says Data Chadhya Shuro Gati Priyo Dhanishta Dhanalubdha. Liberal, rich, courageous, fond of music and money in Dhanishta nakshatra. So we have seen that Shravana, these people inculcate bhakti in the Supreme Lord. They are totally with the Lord. They can hear the Lord. They can hear the Lord's calls. They know that there is something outside this world, but until they reach their financial prosperity, they will not budge towards any other thing. Once they reach their financial prosperity, they start moving towards the Lord. So that's about Shravana nakshatra. And let's see a few things about it. And here, 3 footprints and an arrow are the symbols of this nakshatra Shravana. And here, 3 footprints and an arrow are the symbols. So the ruling planet is the moon. This is present in Capricorn entirely. And the nature is Devaguna. And the primary motivation is Artha or material prosperity. The animal symbol is female monkey. And the direction is north. The sounds are Ju, J, Jo, Gha. The qualities are Sattva, Tamas and Rajas. Kind of mixed because Sattva comes out of the Saraswati nature, Vishnu. Tamas comes out of Saturn. Rajas comes out of the moon. So, moon and Deva, Artha, all of these other qualities become Rajas. So, it's a mixed art, but most probably Sattva and Rajas remain. Tamas has a little influence because the Lord is the greatest. Vishnu Devata, once he comes into this nakshatra, he illumines this nakshatra so much that there is nothing to stop this nakshatra to anything. This Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, we must all before studying anything contemplate on the Supreme Lord. So before studying anything, studying is Shravana. And contemplating on Vishnu is also Shravana. That's what it is. So these nakshatras also tell us that before studying anything, contemplate to Vishnu. Before destroying anything, contemplate to Yama. Before riding a horse, contemplate to Ashwini Devatas. Before burning something, contemplate to Kritika's Lord Agni. Or before cutting anything, contemplate to Agni so that it gets cut easily. Etc. We have to get things out of this. So the deities are Vishnu and Saraswati. Now let's see the qualities of a person in Shravana and on the ascendant. Religious nature, scholarly work, excellent character and well known, may live away from birthplace, charitable, kind nature, but these people like traveling a lot. The moon in Shravana, anyway, if Shravana is really influential, these people like traveling a lot. So may live away from birthplace, charitable, kind nature, few children, intelligent, good speech, fame, wealthy, creative, genius, art interests in moon in Shravana, and charitable, a good host and principle, and political interests, overly zealous. That is because of Shravana's zealous, that arrow attitude that I showed you in the beginning. It flew like that and fell. So, next, these people are generous marital partner. Why is that? Because it came in the Brihat Jataka, say liberal to wife. So, religious and perfectionist, eats good food. That's very important, and that comes with Shravana. Sun in Shravana, practical, pragmatic nature, successful, difficulties with superiors, rebellious, gifts in the communications field, strong constitution, good health. Shravana career interests are teachers, speech therapists, linguists, astrologers, religious scholars, politicians, business skill, geologists, researchers, travel. Health issues are for these people hearing problems, ears, skin sensitivities, and then also knees and rheumatism. So this particular nakshatra also controls the orifices of our body. That's the parts from where the waste is removed. So people must take care of that. Okay. So this is about Shravana nakshatra, and we have seen a few things about it too. So they are very fond of travel, is what we would say about these people. So we have finished Shravana nakshatra, and now we shall see a few things of Shravana, that is a total thing about Shravana nakshatra. Just a second, let me just see whether the video recording is stopped or not. Okay, so the ending of Shravana nakshatra, as I would like to say, is that we must all contemplate our Lord Vishnu, have full bhakti in him, and then the Shravana particular effect will come into entire being, and therefore we will be very, very calm and beautiful people in our lives. So there is a particular Shakti in this nakshatra, and this Shakti is known as Samhanana Shakti, or it is providing connection. So now we've seen lots of things about Shravana nakshatra, so let's get back. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna. Battery is also getting over.